So hello and welcome to another edition of Basement Gaming. Now you've probably noticed that I didn't put the intro before I started, and this is just an editless, one-shot video. One of the reasons I had trouble putting together anything to put up for a while is that I took so long to, edit it, make it look good. It might not have looked like a lot of time, but it was time that I didn't have. So I think from now on I'm just gonna give you a one-shot video. Hopefully you like it. Let me know if you mind losing the intro and some of the edits. If not, I'm just going to keep doing it like this and hopefully give you video content every 2 weeks if at all possible. In this one, I just wanted to tell you about some of the releases that I'm really looking forward to for the month of October 2010. Now, I have a list here, but there's 4 of them in particular that I really want to talk to you about, and half of them are downloadable. Sorry, I just ate breakfast before I came on here. The first is being released today, October 3rd, and that's Wii Party. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why is he talking about a Wii game? Well, I haven't talked about a Wii game for a long time, and that's a problem. But Wii Party seems to do some things very interestingly, especially with the Wii Remote. From what I've seen, there's a board game kind of like in the style of Mario Party, but the thing that gets me is the interesting ways you use the Wii Remote. So there's a hot potato mode, where you have to pass the remote with the least amount of movement possible, and it actually tracks the amount of movement you have. But the one that really got me that I saw was kind of like a hide the Wii remote mode, where one person's the hider. You can have up to 4 Wii remotes, and you'll hide them in the room, and they'll emanate a barnyard noise every 10 seconds, letting people know where they are, and they have 100 seconds to find it. It's just something interesting that I've actually never seen happen on a Wii before. So it's something that I definitely want to check out, and I would definitely recommend you check out, at least in video form. The second one is being released on Xbox Live Marketplace and PlayStation Network this week. That's Comic Jumper. Now it's being developed by Twisted Pixel. They did The Maw, they did Explosion Man. Their games are very animated, and this one seems to follow that same trend. About the game, you follow Captain Smiley, who's a comic book hero through 4 distinct comic book ages. I believe it's the Silver Age, anime, and there's 2 more. But it just looks cool because the gameplay style kind of changes from each comic book, and they've actually made 4 totally separate parts of the game. Different assets, different art style, different everything. So that's definitely another one that I recommend you check out. There's 2 more that I definitely think I'm going to check out. They both come out the same week. The first is on the Tuesday. That's Star Wars The Force Unleashed 2. If you didn't play the first Star Wars Force Unleashed, you were put in the role as Starkiller, who was Darth Vader's secret apprentice, and you were sent on a whole bunch of missions. Now, what made the game so interesting was the use of the Euphoria engine. Excuse me. You get to use Force powers. At one point, there were certain set pieces where there'd be a huge ship coming down at you that you'd actually have to use Force powers to repel or to stop. And the second game looks no different. Looks like they've kind of optimized the engine a little bit. It just looks like another kick at the can with that. And with that kind of game, I don't mind. The first one was kind of short, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what Star Wars The Force Unleashed 2 has to offer. And you're probably seeing that I have a video running here. This is Costume Quest. This is the game that I'm most excited for this month. And yes, it is a downloadable title, and I know there's Fallout New Vegas and other games coming out this month, but this is one that I'm really excited for. It's produced by Double Fine, and if you didn't know, Double Fine, instead of making a huge production that has the potential to fail, like Brutal Legend did, maybe Psychonauts to a certain extent, but what they're doing is they're splitting their assets and their teams to make 4 separate distinct games, and this is the first one, a downloadable Halloween-themed RPG coming out the week of October 27th. I have October 27th. Some people say it'll come out on Halloween, but it just looks like a fun game. You're put in the role of a female or male child whose sibling was stolen by some baddies, and what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to find them and bring them back before mom and dad find out. What makes it so interesting is that it's an RPG about Halloween. Now, the kids have costumes, and the costumes give you certain abilities. And what happens when you go into the battling system is whatever costume they're wearing, so for this guy it's a robot, you'll actually turn into that character. So he'll turn into a full-fledged robot, and the girl next to him will turn into a knight, which is actually pretty cool. So that one's coming out the week of October 27th. Definitely really looking forward to it. I have a few more here that I was interested in. NBA Jam for Wii is coming out this month. Sonic 4 on every system that you could ever imagine. Rock Band 3 with the new Pro Mode, and Super Scribble Nuts. Still not sold on the game after being utterly disappointed by the first one. But, you know, it's October. Games are coming. I wanted to thank you guys for listening. I hope I didn't bore you. Let me know what you think about this new unedited format, and I will talk to you later.